Good afternoon. This is Kaylin back with you again with an update from our last video. I know it's been a while, it's been a few weeks actually, and I've attempted to record some videos on my phone, but apparently I have to clear some data there. But since the last video, I have sat down with my PEBLO, who explained to me my referred condition, which for me is my lumbar spine. We had the meeting. She went over the paperwork with me stating what my doctor has said about my condition, how it has limited my duties, limited my ability to deploy. And we went over the several different types of treatment that were employed in order to try and correct the situation, and how surgery was the final and most permanent option, which I declined to do. I feel that I'm still young. I still have some more life to live, and it is, I believe, a risky chance to take to undergo a surgical procedure that we're really not sure of how successful it will be, especially considering, as my neurologist stated, that there is a pinched nerve involved, so he could not guarantee as successful a result. So now here we are. We have commenced with the initial phase of the medical evaluation board. During that conversation, the PEBLO explained that it can take anywhere from 5 to 6 months, all the way to a year, possibly, that she could not give a definitive timeline because each case and each situation and each set of facts and information involved are different from person to person. So it'll just require patience. It'll require a number of appointments, which soon after that meeting where the PEBLO explained to me the process for leave, it'll have to be approved through the PEBLO in advance, because those appointments, those VA appointments, once they begin, that takes precedence to the mission. It takes precedence to your leave and anything else that you might have going in your life at that time. So be prepared to dedicate a great portion of your time to these appointments and to various resources that are available to you, that involve your benefits. So it's important to be aware, to be involved, and to ask questions when it's necessary, and to make sure you are attending those appointments. I did sign off on those forms that day with the PEBLO. She accepted it. And then a few days later, I met with the MSC, which is the Military Service Coordinator, who works through the VA. They're the liaison between the base, yourself, and the Veterans Affairs Office. And during that appointment, I will advise you to really look over the forms that the MSC is presenting you with. In my case, my MSC had reviewed the record, my medical record, and he listed about 14 different conditions on that form. I've talked to some people who have gone through this process before me, and they've stated that they have had a few days up to a week or so to comb through their record and to be sure that there are no conditions that are missing that should be annotated on that form, so that it can go up and be evaluated once your appointments are scheduled. My MSC, he was thorough in explaining. He said, look, you need to be as honest as possible with your evaluators. If it comes down to the risk of you being put out of the service, let them know what is really happening with your health. And he'll ask if you had any other information. And my PEBLO, he wanted that form back, the form that lists those conditions and the fact that you are a new member with the VA. he wanted the list that day. So I feel, and it may help you out, but I feel that I wasn't really prepared to sign something on that occasion. I should have taken that form with me, but I do have some paperwork to fill out so that I can amend my claim. Anyhow, once that is done, you will be getting a call, and you'll get a packet. You'll get several different packets in the mail if you're claiming a number of conditions. If you're claiming only a few conditions, then you'll get just one or two packets from the contractor, and they've gone through QTC. So QTC, you'll speak to them over the phone. You will schedule your appointments for your evaluations, and they are, I will tell you, they are really, really, really strict about how they're scheduled. So when I spoke with them, they would provide a date. If that date did not work for you, they'd offer one alternate date, and that's the date that you have to accept, pretty much. So it seemed rather inflexible. And when I needed to get an appointment changed, it was explained to me that I would have to go through my PEBLO and my MSC. So it was just too complicated. And I didn't really feel like doing that. But be mindful of that, because if you're still working every day, some of those appointments, they may overlap with your work schedule. So just make sure that your work, that they're aware of those appointments so that they can work around that. Um, After you speak to the MSC, you'll start getting calls from different agencies. I got a call from the VA not long ago, last week, and a coordinator with um, the VR and E, I believe it's vocational readiness or rehab and employment, used to be called vocational rehab. Um, and we were discussing the different educational benefits that are available through the VRNE. And one of them is the Chapter 31, which helps you to formulate a career path post military service. And then and I can go into more detail in a later video about that. And then you also have the Chapter 36, which that's when you have committed and you've decided what you want to do, whether it's a tech school, whether you want to get a CDC license, or you want to go back to the university and earn some type of a degree. You will be briefed on that. You have 48 months of vocational rehab that you have access to, that you've earned. So I highly encourage you to use it, and you'll discuss that. Also, I do want to say that I started the VA appointments this past week, and it was so stressful, because before, like I say, you'll get the packets from QTC. Some of those doctors or some of the examiners may want you to fill out information on those packets before you come to their office, and it can be quite detailed. So just look over your information, look over what you have, and think hard and long about your conditions, when they began, what was the initial problem, how has it exacerbated, and the various different treatments that you have tried over the months or years that have had various levels of effectiveness. And tell that evaluator the true nature of your condition. Don't hold back. Don't get caught up so much in your image or your impression that you're making on that evaluator. Remember, you probably won't see that evaluator or talk to him or her again. So that is your time to outline and express to them just how that condition or those conditions have impacted your ability to do your job, how they have hindered your deployment readiness, possibly, and how it is affecting you in your personal life. That is your time. Do not hold back. Don't be shy. This is your future. This is your future, your family's future, and I cannot emphasize and stress enough that if your service is looking at booting you because of your medical condition, then you want a fair rating. And I'm not saying to exaggerate or lie about it, but you want to leave in a position where you're still able to keep a roof over your head and feed your family and have one less worry as you transition to the outside. Um, because once you transition, you'll be busy with so many other things. So again, this is your time. Tell your evaluators exactly what is happening with your health, and and don't hold back. I hope that this video has been informative for you. I hope that you have taken something from it. Um, I do look forward to your feedback, so I would appreciate if you would like, comment, share, and I got a plethora of information from some of these um, different professionals who are assisting with this medical board and potential retirement and transition to civilian life again. So if you have any ideas that you would like for me to discuss that I can research and prepare a video for, feel free to let me know. And I look forward to your feedback. And I hope that there won't be so much time to pass between this video and the next one. Hopefully, I can be a little bit more consistent with it. I've been working nights, and so that has posed a bit of a challenge for doing the videos and keeping up with my regular appointments and with these evaluations. Um, Anyhow, I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and until next time, bye.